Welcome to another episode of Conversations One-on-One. Today, we want to ask the question, do people change after they get married? Baby, what do you think?
I think sometimes people change after they get married, but you see red flags before you get married.
I can agree with that. I think a lot of people ignore red flags that they see. Hey, you out on a date with this person and y'all can't have the date because they stayed on the phone fussing with their baby mama. That might be a red flag. That might just be a red flag. When you spend time with them, they always scratching their crotch or something like that. That might be a red flag. Even things like temper, they going off the deep end over the smallest thing. That might be a red flag.
Big red flag.
So, on the other end of the spectrum though, you have people who change because they feel like when they get married, they own you now. So, I done heard about that happening too. Like, first a person be all sweet and kind and doing this and doing that. Next thing you know, they going upside your head after y'all get that wedding license.
Yes.
So, what should people do when they see changes after they get married?
Well, I think I like to take care of stuff, try to nip it in the bud before it happens. Because I just I don't like wasting my time. So I think when you see red flags happening in the dating stage or the courting stage or the engagement stage, you should address it. You should address it then and there. That way, you will know. And I think it takes at least, I used to say 6 months. Now I say it takes at least 6 months to a year to see how a person really is in their character or whatever. So, if you see red flags during that dating period or that engagement period, you should address it. Because more than likely, that person is going to switch up on you.
Also, I want to say for those of you who are looking to get married, or maybe you plan on getting married in the future, eventually, marriage does not change your current relationship. Marriage solidifies what you already have. And I'm saying that to say, if you think things are going to get better if they're bad after you get married, they're going to get worse.
Yes.
Okay? But on the other hand, if things are already good now, chances are they're going to be good when you get married. It's going to stay good, or it's going to get even better. Unless you have one of those people that think they own you after you get married. And I done seen men act this way. I done seen women act this way. And that is not the case. You never own anybody. I don't care if you married, you in a serious relationship. No. First of all, you always want to let a person do what they want to do.
That's called free will.
You do what they want to do because that shows you either how they really feel about you, and how they live their life. So you have to allow a person to be honest so that you can see certain things, and that way you can decide whether you want to deal with them or not.
That's some really good information. I like that right there. That's saying give them enough rope to hang themselves. That's what it's basically saying.
Give them enough rope to hang themselves.
And that's the biggest red flag it is. That's a person showing you who they is. And when someone show you who they is, believe them the first time. It's a lot of us women out there. We'll be like, oh, we can fix it, we can change it, No. After a person is an adult and they fully grown, they mind developed, they're not gonna change. So you can't fix anyone. You can't change anything. The best thing you can do is to separate yourself from that person and be your best self. Concentrate and focus on you. Focus on improving yourself. And that way, when you do meet the right person, you guys will be ready for each other. You will know how to accept that person into your life. And that person, if he's worked on himself, then he'll know how to, it'll fit. It'll fit.
Yeah, it'll fit together and work together perfectly. We would rather people take a preventative measure, because if you see somebody changing, I'm sorry. If you see red flags, don't get married. If it's something you feel like you can't deal with, don't get married, or you can even delay the marriage to see if this person wants to work on the issue to get better. And if that doesn't happen, hey. You
gotta think, marriage is forever.
Yeah, it is.
Marriage is forever. Don't think in terms of it ending. Mm-hmm. You gotta think of it as being forever. When you think about it that way, you know you've met the right person. When you think about, because when you get married, you don't think that the marriage will end. If you're looking for the marriage to end, then you shouldn't get married.
Yeah, it's not. You're supposed to be getting married with the intention that y'all are going to be together forever.
Yes. So that's what he's saying. You know, if you're not ready, if you see red flags, don't get married, because you got to be stuck with. I mean, once you get, it's easy to get married, but it's a lot of paperwork and it's costly to get out.
Yes, it's costly to get out, especially if you and your partner have gained assets together during that marriage. This could be a business. This could be a car. This could be a house. This is common. Mm-hmm. Shit, if y'all bought a TV together, that's up for grabs. You know? So definitely consider these things. I know a lot of people want to be with someone, and the dating pool right now is trash. So you feel like you get somebody you can halfway deal with, you don't want to let them go. But I'm telling you, if you work on yourself, that person is going to come no matter what's going on out here. Mm-hmm. You know, so you just have to have faith in that. If it's something you feel like you cannot deal with for the rest of your life, please consider that. And you either end it, talk to the person about it and try to resolve it. And if they don't resolve it, end it.
End it.
Now, the other option is going ahead and getting married and then trying to get a divorce, but that's doing too much. Depending on who you with, that's doing too much. Because, like we said before, paperwork, drama, all kind of type of stuff, when you should have shut it down when you saw the red flag. If this person was cheating on you before y'all got married, what do you think gonna happen when y'all get married?
They gonna keep on cheating.
If this person was putting their hands on you before you got married, getting married is probably gonna make it worse. Because if they're putting their hands on you because they think they own you now.
Exactly.
When you get married, hey, you done became a little dog now. You might as well be in the kennel some damn way.
Hold on. But what about these guys that they come off as Prince Charming in the beginning, and then it's like a switch go off once they get married to you and they start wanting to put their hands on you or talk to you crazy. And see,
those are the people I was mentioning earlier. How everything is good, but then when you get married, they feel like they own you. That's why I'm saying you never own anybody. Everyone is an individual, and you need to. It's great to come together, but you still have to allow that person to be an individual.
Yes.
So that's why I always say, let people do what they want to do, because it'll show you how they feel about you. If a person want to go out and cheat, let them go cheat, because that shows you how they feel about you. They don't really love you like you think they do.
Yeah, because if a person really loved you, they won't want to hurt you.
Exactly.
You don't want to hurt anyone that you truly love, because you love that person. So why would I want to cause the person that I love pain? I wouldn't.
Exactly. And sometimes that emotional pain is worse than that physical pain.
Yes.
So
just pay attention to any signs that you see before you get married. And if a person show you who they is, believe it the first time. If a person is showing you who they are, believe them, because that's who they are, and they're not going to change.
Exactly. I hope you all take that in and take that advice because getting divorced is not nice. But anyway, thank you all for checking out another episode of Conversations 101. You know, we just like to have conversations. And don't forget about Couture Crocs. Get you a pair because they're there. And don't forget about Malicious Intentions. We will have the links to Couture Crocs, which is www.couturecroc.com. Just look at the bottom of the screen here. And get Malicious Intentions. We will have that link in the bottom below as well. So thank you all for watching. And until next time, peace.
Peace.